Go back to the bag. Let's go back one. Let's go back one. Please.
From which media house? Huh? From which? No, stop.
Please, drop it down. No.
Shouldn't come forward, which we have agreed.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we please rise as we welcome the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, with a resounding round of applause. Please be seated. Your Excellency, we're honored to have you here today. To deliver the welcome address, I would now like to welcome to the stage Mr. Davis Kobo, positioning Ghana as a major exporter of high-value horticultural produce. His presence here today signals that horticulture transcends Ghana's development story. His presence amplifies the fact that agriculture is central to it. With a deep-seated sense of respect and national pride, I invite you all, ladies and gentlemen, as protocol demands, to rise and help me to welcome the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Dr. Prince Kofi Klugeson, Chairman for the opening ceremony of the Ghana Horticultural Expo 2025. Your Excellencies, Ambassadors and High Commissioners, members of the Council of Trade, our chiefs and queen mothers, the Chief of Staff, Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, all Chief Executive Officers and government appointees, the President, Federation of Association of Ghanaian Exporters, FAGE, and all members of FAGE, our development partners, sponsors of this expo, heads of security services, teachers, my dear children, students who have joined us, and friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege for me to join you at the opening of the Ghana Horticultural Expo 2025, a landmark event that speaks to the promise of our land, the ingenuity of our people, and the power of shared purpose. Today we gather not just to celebrate horticulture, but to declare that Ghana is ready to grow, export, and lead Africa's agricultural transformation. Let me first commend the organizers of this expo, notably the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters, FAGE, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, and Dr. Prince Kofi Klugesen's visionary leadership. Your lifelong dedication to youth empowerment, technology, and innovation continues to light our way forward. Let me also salute individuals like Davis, my friend Davis Nakobo, who gave us a very comprehensive overview of the export sector. Your advocacy for youth involvement, innovation, and exports has helped shape the national conversation. Today's expo reflects the advocacy, and our government's response is anchored in action and commitment. I wish to assure you, you have my fullest support. As president, I firmly believe that the most urgent, inclusive, and transformative development must begin from the ground, literally from the farms, the greenhouses, the backyard gardens across Ghana. We must engineer an economic renewal that is productive, equitable, and sustainable. Agriculture, especially horticulture, is not an afterthought. It is central to our vision of national economic transformation and reconstruction. With year-round sunshine, fertile soils, waters, and hard-working farmers, Ghana is already a global leader in yam exports and a growing force in tropical fruits and vegetables. But potential must give way to performance. Hope must yield results. We must move from smallholder survival to value addition, international competitiveness, and youth-driven enterprise. If you've traveled across this country from Keita to Komenda, from Techiman to Tamale, you will have seen what I've seen, that is the silent labor of our farmers, cooperatives, our mothers hunched over tomato beds, and young people innovating with very little support. Yet, many cannot access cold storage or find fair markets, and a single field season can erase years, many years of effort. This is not merely a technical challenge, it is a moral imperative. And we must ask ourselves, can a nation prosper if the very hands that feed it remain its most neglected? Our answer today through this expo and our policies is a resounding no. In line with this renewed commitment, I'm pleased to reaffirm our government's flagship program, Feed Ghana, from 2025 to 2028, which operationalizes the broader Agriculture for Economic Transformation agenda. Feed Ghana is a bold response to rural unemployment, food insecurity, and overdependence on imports. For the horticultural sector, this includes the Vegetable Development Project, which has been christened Yeridua We're Planting, to scale greenhouse cultivation and institutional competitive farming. The second is Smart Agriculture and Farmer Support Centers, to deliver mechanization services to farmers, irrigation, climate smart advisory, and digital extension services. The third is agri-industrial zones and cold chain infrastructure, to reduce post-harvest losses and enhance export readiness. And the fourth is agribusiness youth clinics, to equip the next generation of our young people with the skills, capital, and mentorship for agribusiness success. These interventions are not promises, they are policy realities designed to make Ghana's horticulture investment ready, inclusive, and globally competitive. We're also implementing a game-changing strategy, the 24-Hour Economy Initiative, to unlock Ghana's productive potential across all sectors. And I'm pleased to announce that on July 1st, the 24-Hour Initiative policy will be ready to go into operation. This policy will provide the framework for continuous production, processing, and logistics in horticulture. It allows perishable goods like pineapples, mangoes, chilies, and herbs to move swiftly from the field to ports to international shelves, minimizing losses and maximizing value. And I'm pleased to inform you that the Ministry of Trade and Agribusiness and Industry and the Ministry of Transport are working together with the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, the Ghana Shippers Council, and other stakeholders to soon declare the Tema and Takoradi ports as 24-hour ports. It will not only be about working longer hours, it will be about building the infrastructure, the energy, the security, the transport, and the digital platforms that enable round-the-clock agro-industrial activity. It is a strategy of hope rooted in efficiency and scale. To stabilize our currency, we must earn more foreign exchange. And one of the surest ways is to expand high-value agricultural exports. We are on that path boldly and deliberately, and we shall work together with our exporters to be able to achieve this. Ghana exports fresh produce to Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. And in 2024, our non-traditional exports exceeded $3.5 billion, with horticulture at the forefront. Our target is to exceed $10 billion by the year 2030, and this is possible. To do this, we must shift from aid to trade and from dependence to dominance in the export value chain. Under the African Continental Free Trade Area, we have a single market of 1.4 billion people. We must not only trade more, but also produce more, and Ghana must lead in this effort. Imagine if Liberia grew fresh gingers, Ghana processed these gingers, and Kenya packaged them, and we exported it as one brand to Dubai. This is the African economic ecosystem we must build: integrated, efficient, and product self-reliant. Today, I'm issuing a clear call to our development partners: invest with us in infrastructure, agri-tech, and skills, not as donors, but as partners. To our financial institutions, I say, be bold, de-risk this sector, and support agribusiness startups with real capital. Ghana Exim Bank particularly must be a catalyst for growth of the export sector. To our youth and women, agriculture is not a fallback occupation, but it is an occupation of choice. Own it, live it, and thrive in it. To our private sector, I say invest with vision, align with the government to scale processing, certification, and export capacity. So let us move from conferences to cold chains. Let us move from words to warehouses. And let us move from policies to productivity. The time is now. We're not starting from zero. We're building on the dreams of generations. In 1957, our president, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, reminded us, he said, "Seek ye first the political kingdom." And today I say to our exporters and to our nation, seek ye first the productive economy. Let us grow Ghana one fruit, one field, and future at a time. To our farmers, you are the backbone of this renewal. To our youth, you are the heartbeat of our ambition. And to the world, Ghana is open for business, green, export ready, and growing with purpose. With this hope, confidence, and renewed spirit of partnership, I have the privilege to declare the Ghana Horticultural Expo 2025 officially opened. May God bless FAGE, may God bless our farmers, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Follow and watch Ghana News TV.
Warriors here, this is Gungulum, 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 Gung. This is Ghana News TV. The time is 6 o'clock. Let me follow Ghana.
So send this cafe amanoni aba Africa ha. You slam fight. Say ye fear wo pese won tono. You slam fight. E dan ya na say Japade a wani da so a wo pese oto Africa ha no. You slam fight. So wo send this sika ama odofo e de aboa no Africa ha. You slam fight. Sanso e na say wo tie obi school fees ama no a. You slam fight. Yenti a make cancel lem fight ama on say. Utimi send this sika e fa lem fight so a e mani begu bank account mu. Sanso e na timi begu mobile money account mu. Eno achi nso no de bia lemfi e wo daily rate a e ma hu sika dodo a wo sende a wo benya lemfi e secured na wo sende sika enche na nipa a wo sende ama no ne nsa aka lemfi wo USA, Canada, UK, Italy, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Portugal and France. What the lemfi sende sika untu ahwe bomodi a dey use me code NEWS news na say ene any day they can register or lemfi so a unya bonus sanso and use to chance so a
linkages. We must ensure that Ghanaian exporters are not only equipped to compete, but are empowered to lead. At EXIM, we are actively working with partners to invest in climate-smart agriculture, digital innovation across the value chain, and comprehensive capacity building for producers and processors. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the future of Ghana's agriculture lies in transforming into a value-driven, youth-led, technology-enabled sector. We must reimagine Ghana as a competitive agro-industrial enclave where quality, innovation, and export readiness define our national brand. Let us assure our stakeholders EXIM is here as a committed partner. We are not just financiers, we are catalysts for transformation. We will continue to work hand in hand with government agencies, industry associations, and the private sector to make this vision a reality. Our doors are open and we'll be happy to hear from you and other collaborators. We have at GESIM a dedicated team that provide advisory services to help position your business in the marketplace and enhance your competitive advantage. As we open this remarkable expo, may we spark new partnerships, unlock investment opportunities, and accelerate our journey toward a sustainable and prosperous horticultural future for Ghana. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, distinguished guests, one of our most forward-looking economic propositions of our time is the 24-hour economy. And I say this with deep conviction. If there is any sector prime to benefit from this policy, it is horticulture. Imagine a Ghana where irrigation pumps hum through the night, nurturing crops while we sleep. Agro-processing plants run second and third shifts, turning fresh produce into juices and dried fruits for export. Refrigerating trucks move goods from farm gates to port terminals at 2 a.m., beating traffic and preserving freshness. Cargo terminals and inspection decks operate round the clock, facilitating seamless exports. Digital platforms enable real-time trade across time zones, matching Ghanaian produce with buyers across the globe. This is not a fantasy, His Excellency. It is a vision within reach. If we are bold enough to coordinate policy, energy access, security, labor structures, and technology, a 24-hour agribusiness economy will not only increase output, it will decongest operations, create high-quality jobs, and radically enhance our competitiveness on the global stage. We at Fitch are ready to work with government, banks, unions, logistics players, and tech innovators to pilot, model, and scale this transition from the soil to the shelf 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Ladies and gentlemen, when the nation city depreciates, it is not just the currency problem. It is productivity problem. It is a trade imbalance whose solution is not to print more money, but to export more value. That is why this expo and the larger after vision must become our collective response. And after and through strategic bridges to Asia, the Middle East, and the Western world, we must position Ghana as a premium origin for high-value horticulture exports. But beyond figures and forecasts, allow me to bring this closer to you, His Excellency. The expo is for the woman farmer in Brekum, who prays for better roads to move her watermelons. It is for the young graduate in Pube, who dreams not of leaving his town by exporting shea butter to Germany. It is for the entrepreneur in Fansima, who wants a solar dry tomato but lacks capital. It is for 18-year-old girl in Keta who wants to be a horticulturist, not because she has land, but because she has vision. His Excellency the President, we also wish to commend your bold intervention in taking steps to revamp Bupe Shea North Processing Factory, a movement that gives renewed hope to thousands of women across the 5 northern regions. According to GEPA, shea is now Ghana's 10th highest foreign exchange earner, and we are proud to say that the biggest shea North Processing Factory in West Africa, North for Growth, is right here in Ghana, in Tamale. And it's already exporting 23,000 metric tons of high-grade shea butter to Sweden annually. This is a shining example of how agro-industrialization, when backed by vision and investment, transforms not just exports, but entire communities. It is a blueprint we must replicate across our horticultural zones. When we talk of innovation, transformation, and sustainability, we are not just shaping policies. We are shaping lives. We are shaping lives, and we are shaping legacies. And to every farmer and processor, the youth advocate and innovator in this room, you are the heartbeat of this expo. As I conclude, let's leave this expo not with only brochures and business cards, but with resolve. Let us live with shared understanding that this moment must birth a movement to turn Ghana's growing potential into golden opportunity, a movement to grow not just crops, but capacity, to harvest not just produce, but prosperity. Let's plan with purpose. Let's process with pride. Let's export with excellence. Let's build a 24-hour economy where no idea sleeps, no produce rots, and no dreams is left behind. For the banks, may this expo remind you that banking shouldn't be about clutching overpriced collateral just like a trophy, or asking for one's great-grandfather's funeral certificate before approving a loan. It is time to move beyond the vault mentality. Banking must be about vision, growing with businesses, nurturing the seed, and walking the journey. After all, Rome wasn't built in a day. It took bricks, dreams, patience, and a bit of divine grace. So let's bank on ideas, not assets. His Excellency, we want to take this opportunity to thank the Chief of Staff for keeping faith with us by working behind the scene to promote exports through the Director of Presidential Initiative in Agriculture and Exim Bank. And also want to thank Mr. Sylvester Mensah, the CEO of Exim, for redefining export finance. To the CEO of GEPA, we thank you for bringing hope into the exports business with your dynamic strategic approach to unlocking Ghana's export potential. Finally, we should sincerely thank His Excellency for graciously responding to our request by facilitating a meeting with the chief executives of GEPA and Exim Bank. We are happy to announce that the first intervention out of the 8 value chain, which is being worked on through the Chief of Staff's office in collaboration with the presidential initiatives in agriculture. The rest will follow soon, His Excellency, and we are assuring you of our 5 billion returns in the next 2 years.
I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the Ambassador of Burkina Faso, the Executive Director of the Institute of Directors, and his fellow directors, as well as the Deputy CEOs of Exim and Fidelity Bank. Shall we have our dignitaries up front for a photo op, please?
Boss, please, I beg you. Calm down. Okay. Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So let's go to. We'll go this way.
Please. Stand there. Stand there. Please. Oh, yeah.
I'm can say Ghana Mampani, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or Inspector Enema or more exhibit Ewo Hano, or Inspector of Enema or more at the church Ewa Hano Ebi. I just say Namia Domoa, July 24-hour economy, no, there the Shasenti. I was say Ghana. A promoting Ghana Neoma.
I'll take this one. Thank you.
So we send this cafe amanoni aba Africa ha Usulemfi. Say ye fear wo pese wo ntono Usulemfi. Edan ya na say japade a wani da so a wo pese wo to Africa ha no Usulemfi. So we send this sika ama odofo e de aboa no wo Africa ha Usulemfi. Sanso e na say wo tie obi school fees ama no a Usulemfi. Nyenti amekanfo lemfi ama one say utimi send this sika e fa lemfi so a e ma ne begu bank account mu sanso e na timi begu mobile money account mu. Enu achi nso no de bia lemfi e wo daily rate a e ma hu sika dodo a wo send a wo benya lemfi e secured na wo send this car enche na nipa wo send ama no ne nsa aka lemfi wo USA, Canada, UK, Italy, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Portugal and France. What the lemfi send this car untu ahwe bomodi a dey use me code NEWS news na say ene any day di kan register or lemfi so a unya bonus sanso and now use chance so a ye wo bonuses ahodo a ye de ma
menu makwekwe sa sempa kania semenam na meti asempa na mo amane a na ma no keka me anyem bia what ANS Trading Agency Limited nka se wo ka se door to door for no de na e watwa esanse obie ne wa wo se wo sa door to door business nim wo nyoma wo UK a wo de ko Ghana ana se Germany a wo de ko Ghana 3 to 5 weeks e be kwa kodu nipa ne punu anu se try na de mo demo sronko wo se adwuma de ewe mu ne se wo ho bo no e da form se boko ANS Trading Agency Limited e wo air freight special service and on nyoma ne ye de be fa play entintempa na akwa kodu obetima fa sa akwa we ya so de nyoma free Ghana akwa UK ana Germany FGG dem which na also agina ye na men drop bomb ANS Trading Agency Limited pe and a 40 footer any 20 footer container ye for UK ediko Ghana ana Germany ediko Ghana omo manioma ye mere import o export o dem there for you omo Ghana na money 0249 170 423 UK has over free 0790 802 7527 Germany so 09173 771 2733 Ubenya ANS Trading Agency Limited our West Croydon ANS Trading Agency Limited Quantum Brantem Wana Beboya Basso maybe next time in your fill up from the Bebro.